Good Saturday afternoon, everybody. This is Grace, and actually it's after 5. Anyway, I want to do this video about how we might be raising kids that become, children that become these narcissistic types. I'm not saying they're to become narcissists, but with NPD, but that they become, they have that kind of behavior, that sense of entitlement. Like, for instance, I just went into the store, and in the store, there were some kids, I'd say between the ages of 10 and probably 15, and it was a group of boys. I'm not going to say boys will be boys, that's what gives them permission, that's one thing. But they were running around and not care, like as if anybody around them was invisible. Any of the adults, anybody else but them, would be invisible, and they were running out in front of people, and me too, and just not caring what was going on. Now, one of the problems you might say was, where was the parent? Their parent or guardian. There was not one. And I think that's one thing that leads to it, or at least allows it to happen, is these were young, 10 to say 15, if even 15, even that age. But not having a parent there. One rode up on a bicycle. I saw him leave. I came back out and saw him leave on his bicycle. And the others probably walked, which in this neighborhood is not really a good idea. I mean, this is not a bad neighborhood, but these days and time, do you really let your kids go to a big area all by themselves? No. When I was young, we did, but it was a small town. There were always people around. Somebody would find you. Somebody would see you. But this, it's so impersonal. It's a big city suburb. Yeah, and that to me is neglect. That's how I see it. Maybe some people would argue, but letting your children go where there's a lot of adults, constant adults in and out of the store, and no supervision, no. Plus, they're in the store and they're running in front of people. Why are they? Because now, of course, I'm not going to be able to cover everything, and some people would say that this doesn't have anything to do with it at all either, because what they've heard is it's just being born in a narcissistic family is enough. Well, I don't know about that. But it does remind me of one time I was in a store, a different store, but one like that, a convenience store. And some kids saw me, 2 boys, probably preteen or just teen, saw me go up to the register, and I'm walking with stuff, and they ran in front of me, so they could get in front of me. Really? Where was their parent or their grandparent or somebody to say, that is impolite. This is an older woman. This is somebody else. This is some human. It doesn't have to be a woman. It's another human that's already going there. I know, and I know they don't teach that kids that thing in schools, because the schools are extremely strict on stuff like that. So, and you see that car in front of me that's going all over the place? Yeah. Somebody wants to get there 1 second earlier. That's one thing I can't stand. But anyway, about kids, I don't know. So many people can say so many things about how they're being raised, where they become the golden child. The one that everybody, in the family thinks is the best, or at least a parent or parents do, or grandparents, guardian, whatever. They think that they're the best. They've done everything for them. And as if this one child is just the best thing since sliced bread, kind of thing. But I don't know. My personal opinion is that the ones that I've known over my life, not just in my family, they are just not all that smart. And the way they get things is through manipulation. And they start doing that as a child. They start doing that when they're young. At least, and when they're young, at least one parent gives them that permission to be that way, to think of themselves as superior to other people, even their own siblings, and that they are entitled to certain things real young. I'm not talking, maybe even so, maybe I am talking that, and they're like 2, 3, but certainly by the time they're just preteen, just barely, or tween as some people call it, I think. But they've been given that feeling that, by a parent, that they can have everything they want over anybody else, and they deserve it, that kind of thing, and that they're so smart. So they learn how to manipulate by, I don't know, they just do. But no, they learn it from having that sense, and overall how they got away with it in the first place. And part of it is that they think that they deserve it, and they won't settle for anything else except for what they deserve. And if they somehow convince people that they are deserving. It's kind of like those imposters. We used to just call them imposters, that fake it till they make it kind of thing. They convince people that they are this great person when they don't even know what in the world they're doing. They're imposters. That's the terms we use these days. Everybody calls everything narcissistic. That's just not right. But hey, everything seems to fall under it. Anyway, that's enough for this video for now. I'm kind of rambling. I'll talk to y'all later.